Should be able to hear me now. Sorry about the delay. If you all can hear me, I need to know. Let me know if you can hear me. You guys hear me okay? Hello, hello. Hashtag professional. All right, good deal. Sorry, guys, it got all jacked up on me there. We practiced this earlier. We did a little run through earlier to make sure we had all the settings right, and I forgot that I had the damn thing on private. So, yeah, screwed up the beginning there. So, what's new, right? And as you can see, my green screen is as normally. Fuck you too, Glitter Gator. Is as per usual jacked up. I got Carter waiting to come in. Uh, Travis was in here earlier. I sent him the new link. Let's do it again. There, he's got the new link. It's weird, man, talking and not being able to hear anything going on. Um, Let me text him. Oh boy. This is looking like a volunteer roadshow stream from the beginning. Carter's in here, so I know I sent the right link. How is everybody doing? I'll just jabber for a little bit. Of course, you know, I got Travis Stevens with me tonight, an All-American from Tennessee, an NFL guy. He's got 2 rings, a Natty ring from 98 and a Tampa Bay Super Bowl ring. I don't know if he's going to have them on her. I personally like to see them bad boys, but hey, you know, I don't think his kids drove him crazy. Let's see, that's probably him right there. He's asking where the link is. Try it again. Hashtag professional. Right cheer. Invite. Copy. Paste. Let's see if we have a home run. Not yet. Well, this is going swimmingly. Hey, that just gives time for more people to get in here. Normally, I got the thing going for 10 minutes playing some music. All right. Says he's going now, so he should be in here just any second. Who all we got in here? Man, I haven't done StreamYard in a long time, so it's very likely that I will butcher several things tonight. But hey, what would a BBD broadcast be without butchering something, right? I just hope when I bring Carter and Travis in here that I can hear them. That would be a small miracle if that happens. But right now, I'm just glad that you guys can hear me. I'm glad you can see my jacked up green screen. Of course, this is StreamYard's stream background and all that shit. So if it looks all jacked up and jizzly, that's their fault, not mine. Come on, Travis. You weren't this slow in the league. There we go. He sees it now. I think we might be on to something. Take this opportunity. I told Carter I wasn't going to smoke while we were all 3 in here together because he's having to go back to his bedroom so we don't hear them chirping birds. Like, man, I can't smoke. And I won't smoke either. I'll stay smoke free till Travis gets done. Let's see. Says he's seen it. That's a good start. Now I'm just waiting for him to appear in the back screen. I had to send a new Had to send him a new link. Yes, Pete. He liked a new one. I can't remember if you smoke or not, Pete. What's up, Nose Pellini? Wheels, Dipper, Halls, T-Train. You Bama fans might have to hear me and Travis and Carter talk about some big wins over Alabama, which is something I have not been able to do in the entirety of my YouTube career yet. You know, that's something to think about right there. I've been doing this 11 years and never got to talk about a damn win. That's sad. Oh boy. Let's see what's going on here. Click it and ticket. Let's see. Mr. MBPS, MCD Sports, Dwayne, fuck you, Glitter Gator. I love telling him fuck off. It's a beautiful thing. What's up, MCD Sports? That was actually, I don't know how the hell I did that. Put that one up there. That's a good, that always looks good. Atypical Gump in the house. SEC Dog, Tom. I quit doing that Tom thing. Two Wheels Dipper 98. That's a new looking name. Two Wheels Dipper 98. I like it though. I like that 98 reference. Well, hang in there, Two Wheels Dipper 98. I know he's alive. I talked to him just a few minutes ago. We've been talking about this all day. Tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and bring Carter in. Hear me? Carter, are you paying attention? I think. Can you hear me, Carter? Jesus. Carter! I can't hear you. Son of a bitch. Can you guys hear Carter? There's Travis. God damn it. What's the deal now? I got this motherfucker on. I got that motherfucker on. I bet you can hear me now, can't you, Carter? I can't hear you. Well, fuck it. You can hear me. That's all that matters. That's not going to work though. I'm not going to be able to hear Travis when he comes in. What the hell are we doing here? What's going on? I don't understand this. Can you hear me now? Oh my God. Well, thanks, Shane. I appreciate that. I ought to tell you to take that back, man. This is a damn joke. I can't figure out what's going on. We were talking earlier. This was working fine. Let's see. Where's the mute button? Carter's left. You guys can still hear me. Maybe it may have been on Carter's end. I don't know. He'll come back in here in a minute. Travis is on, but he's not on. He was giving me this deal. So we got us a professional show. You know, it's a good thing we're not getting paid for this. You know? Let me see. I didn't even read your... Thank you, Shane, for the super chat. BBD, what's up? Hope all is well, and you're taking the whole quarantine madness. Hopefully the stream starts to work for you. That'd be nice, man. Now let me try to add Carter again.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can, yes. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Fuck it.
I don't know what the hell the deal is. Can you guys hear Carter?
Hello. I don't know.
This is StreamYard, man. Lou doesn't even do StreamYard. Everything's running. We're both on the camera. You guys can hear me. My mic is working. My camera is working. Yeah, everything's working. I don't get it.
I don't know.
I do not get it. Let's try this. Carter, keep talking.
All right, man.
How about now?
How about now? How about now?
Say something. God
Say
damn
so.
it.
I am. How about now?
Wait a
How
minute.
about now?
Say something.
Whoa.
Whoa, we're on to something now.
Whoa.
Hang on.
Okay.
Now we should be good.
Now, I'm talking. Can you
Me
hear me now?
too.
Can you
Yes.
hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Good.
You can hear me.
Can you hear me? Okay. I can hear you. I'm just messing with you.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, dude. I'm gonna kill him. There, you finally got me. Let's see. Travis is there. He's ready. So I think we're finally good now. Carter's here. Part of me's here. I'm all grainy and jacked up. And let me get this comment off of here. It'd be a miracle if I can figure out how to do that. I don't want to remove myself. That would be a messed up thing to do. Let's see. Dwayne. There we go. Hide current comment. There we go. All right. I think 20 minutes into this stream, we are finally ready to do some live business here. So I'm going to bring my boy Travis Stevens in. Hopefully this will work. Oh, what's up, Travis?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. So you can hear me. Wow, what a mess.
Yeah, I can hear. I hear both of y'all in the background.
That's great.
How you doing, Carter? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, Travis.
I finally made him on BBTV, man. I'm glad y'all had me here, man.
Hey, we're happy to hear
Big
you,
time
brother.
now, baby. You gotta smoke a cigar for it.
I hear you. Oh, see that, Carter? We can smoke. I was going to be all nice and not smoke.
Hey, y'all be quiet.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Is that a Legend cigar?
Nah, it's not. It's just something I got when I went down to Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't really smoke. I'm just for play, man. I mean, it's a real cigar, but I just play around with it, man.
Can you see the comments, Travis?
Can you see the,
Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can see the comments on the side. Yeah.
Okay, so
can you hear us both? Yeah, I just saw that now. Yeah,
I should be able to.
I'm sorry.
Should be able to hear us all. If you guys, for any of you guys that aren't familiar with Travis, I've talked about this all week. He is Tennessee's all-time single-season leading rusher. Or that's how many yards? 1,464, right?
Yeah,
the single season. Has 2,336 career yards. That's only 600 behind the leader. And I'll tell you what, me and Carter were talking about this the other night. Travis was buried in the depth chart behind Jamal Lewis, Travis Henry, and did not get to play a full season until his senior year. So if Travis had been playing his whole time at Tennessee, man, he would have been so far ahead of everybody else on the all-time rushing list that nobody would have ever caught him. So that's big time.
You give me too much credit.
No, man, 600 yards, that's nothing. You know, in 3 years, you were sharing time or sitting behind Jamal. So that's big time stuff right there.
Yeah.
Carter's my stat man. He's our resident. We call him a historian on Tennessee stuff. He's a young man, but he knows all the stats and stuff.
He knows it all. So you know everything, huh? So if I give you a quiz, you'll know it. It don't matter what it is. You know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I like this.
I'm pretty confident.
You sure?
Let's go.
They got a lot of quizzes, man.
Well, let me just tell you this. Okay. And I've told you this before on like your YouTube videos and stuff. But I was 11 on that 2001 team. And 2001 team's my favorite team like I've told people on here, and BBD knows Casey Clausen's my favorite quarterback.
Okay.
And the funny thing was, we used to play backyard football, and I always wear my Tennessee jersey. I was Travis Stevens in the backyard.
Okay.
I wore the 34 jersey, and I actually going to show you something real quick. When I remember that Christmas, all I wanted was a Travis Stevens autograph. So
Fanboy time.
this was my Christmas gift, and it was the
Okay.
coolest
Yeah.
gift I ever got.
That's official right there. Authentic right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Sage. Sage. That was the car company. Yeah. That's official right there. I remember that.
Travis, you're looking like you could still play, man.
Man, looking and feeling is totally different. Two different things, man.
I know that. I mean, look at me. I look like an 18-year-old stud, but it's all I can do to walk to the mailbox and back without breaking something.
Is that right? You know, like football years, like dog years, man. Like you said, they ask you how many football. I'm like 102 football years, man. You get old, you age quick in football years because there's a lot of wear and tear on your body.
Now, I know you are the Gator Slayer. That's a nickname, but does anybody still call you Sweetness?
Well, no, I had called myself Sweetness just because of my idol. You know what I'm saying? So, you had a few people would say that, just because mostly my high school teammates. But
right.
Other than that, I got that name because of that was my idol coming up ever since I saw him back in, I guess it was 85. I was introduced to him as far as when I was a little kid. I don't know, I might have been 5, 6, 7. I forgot how old I was, but I was like, a little kid playing in the backyard trying to emulate Walter Payton.
Well, that I can't think of many running backs better to emulate than Walter. He was a true legend for sure. Yeah. Let's see. Where are we at here? All right, let's get this coronavirus crap out of the way. How's things in your neck of the woods? You got everybody good to go?
As far as family, everybody's good to go. We it's kind of a good and a bad thing, because everybody's at home. So what my family we decided to do, and I would advise a lot of families, if you would, if you have close ones or whatever, use that. We use a Zoom app. Like, we're gonna meet every Sunday on Zoom with all the family.
Oh, okay.
And conversate with each other at once, because we normally we don't do this hard to, with everybody's schedules being different, it's hard to get them on at the same time. But right now, not even the nations, the world is pretty much on lockdown. That's just thinking about that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's something like out of a movie.
Well, these are definitely some unprecedented times, and we've lost spring football, we've lost spring practice, and our buddy General in the comments wanted me to ask you, what do you think the importance of losing this spring practice will be to this upcoming team? How important do you feel it is not being able to get these 15 practices in?
Yes, I mean, it's always important to get in work. So it's of course it'll hurt not only us, it'll hurt everybody, every other team too as well. But we as UT, man, we've been trying to get the ball rolling for the last decade or so. So it definitely will hurt. But then again, I hope they'll accommodate it. Like I talked to you earlier, maybe they will give them some time, because you don't want, say for instance that we can start the season in August, with, they finally I don't know when this coronavirus is going to stop, but just say, you missed all this time and that's practice time you need. But I would say, maybe they would, alter the season as far as, making it short, and they give them time to practice or whatever. It won't be the same because, like I said, you miss half the time, so all this time is definitely important, so it definitely affect not only us, everybody else.
We got a couple of questions coming from the comments box. My buddy Uncle Lou, thank you for the super chat, Uncle Lou. He says, Dobnell boot memory, please. Thanks. Now, I'm not sure if he's asking what your memory is of the Josh Dobbs Hail Mary.
No,
in Athens. Wait a minute, hang on. In Athens, or the original hobnail boot. So
The hobnail boot. I'm not familiar with that. I'm sorry.
Good. That's good. That's good that you're not.
That's when we lost to Georgia in 2001. You know, when they hit
Oh,
David Green.
man. Oh, you talking? Yeah, in 2001, my senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
What's my
put it
memory?
out of his memory.
What's my thoughts on it? He asked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hit that big screenplay and scored. You know,
I think he wants you to I think he wants you to relive it for us.
Well, you know, games like that, man. It always come back. Like I always think about games I lost, man, more than the ones I won. You know, as far as knowing what. Well, I don't think that really. It didn't. That game really didn't hurt us, but it hurt at the time. Yes, I was crying. That was an emotional season for me personally anyway, because my father had, passed away. That was one of the first seasons that he didn't get to see. He didn't get to see me play. So, and every kid, another story, every kid wants to have that game-winning touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That moment. And I thought, for sure after scoring that touchdown that, it was, we was going to win the game. I never, with our defense and, with, the team we had, I wouldn't think they would be able to come down and score. And that was 40 seconds or so. I don't know. It was something like that.
Yeah,
but,
you're close.
But yeah. But anyway, I just thought that, it was an emotional time. Of course, it hurts. Everybody reminds me of it. It's hard to go back and watch games like that.
Thanks for that, Uncle Luke.
I actually thought the game shouldn't even been close in the beginning. We came out firing, but yeah, we kept them in. We let them in the game, but let them back in the game. So, but of course, a game like that, we thought we would have had an undefeated season, regular season at least, but. Then again, we made up for it. I think Florida that year, they had a little bummer to Auburn. The same, they were a good team. They were one of, from my understanding, I know I heard Steve Spurrier talking on it, and he was talking about that was probably his best Florida team. So, but to go down, to go down to Georgia and that loss that we should have won, man. Of course it hurt. It always people always remind me of that.
Yeah, I bet they do. And I'm gonna tell you, Travis, don't feel bad, brother. You were not the only person crying that day. That was if they'd have had YouTube back then, there would have definitely been some shit broken and all kinds of stuff like that. That was thank you for that.
I don't know. That was the loudest I've heard the fans like from loud to very silent. You know what I'm saying? It just went from the loudest crowd in the world to you can hear damn pin drop.
Yeah, Georgia usually carries a lot of fans, so I imagine those bull goats, as my buddy Law Tide likes to call them, they were pretty loud, I'd say, for that. I'll never forget that, man. Like Carter said, that screen pass, you running down the left side, man, I thought, all right, we got this now. Because you're go ahead, Carter.
I was going to say, people always talk about the game you had against Alabama, and then of course I always like the game against Arkansas. I think you had like 41 carries and
that was
201 yards or something like that. But the one thing
in Fayetteville too.
Yeah, that Alabama game, has number 23 ever found his ankles yet? Because that was a beautiful juke move. That guy got juked hard. His ankles were broken.
Reggie Miles, I remember his name because one of his teammates that they got drafted the same year with me was telling me a story that he had. I guess he had the disease. He had Ritalin disease or whatever. So he's told me some story about it, but I don't know if he got taken out for the rest of the game or something. He said, but anyway, the guy's supposed to have Ritalin or whatever, Ritalin disease, so he had to take his medicine or whatever. I don't know if he didn't take his medicine or something, but he made a little joke on it.
Our buddy Jeff Webster in the comments, he's a Bama boy. He's got the stats. He said he killed us this senior year, 162 yards, TDs, 2 TDs. Jeff's a little bit of he's a Bammer, but he's a little bit of a Travis Stevens fan. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I don't know if people gave you this comparison all the time, but running backs always get compared to somebody.
Yeah,
you to me were a spitting image of Tony Thompson. Do you remember him?
I remember the name. I haven't got to see him play.
You go back, if you could find any of his highlights, you guys, of course, they had the bigger shoulder pads back then.
Right.
And I think Tony might have even been a little bit smaller than you, but you guys, same kind of thing, man. When he finally got his chance, he took it and ran. And that you always reminded me of him.
Yeah. When I got recruited, it was Barry. What's that? Is it? I didn't get recruited by Barry. I can't believe I forgot my damn recruiting coach. But anyway, when he recruited me, he was saying that the reason why they recruited me is because of Charlie Gardner. But they try to say I ran like Charlie Gardner. I guess because I was maybe we were about the same size. But I'm like, when I look at it, I said I don't run like Charlie Gardner. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of, Charlie's more shifty. I'm a little shifty, but like I said, I like contact. I like physical contact. I like to, get down and grind a little bit.
Yeah.
But
there was no doubt about your toughness for sure. I mean,
yeah. So and that you was talking about that. You need to get on Mike Griffin about that. He's my biggest critic, man.
Mike Griffin's a lot of people's critic. Him and John Adams, man, I tell you what, we got a couple of more questions. Uncle Lou's at it again. He wants to know if you remember 2000 when the goalpost came down in Georgia.
Oh, when we lost down in Georgia, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was I think that might have been that was actually the second time that I had a goalpost come down. The first one was when we won in '98. And then that was actually the second time on a losing end with Georgia. Yeah, but it got kind of it's kind of scary when the crowd rushed the field like that. But I guess that was one of the epic moments. They hadn't beat us. I don't know how many years prior, but we
beat them 9 years in a row.
Yeah, 9 years in a row. Okay, so usually when a goalpost go down, you had a long streak. So
we were doing to them what they're doing to us right now. All these young Bulldogs, giving us hell all the time. They don't know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of that, but they'll get it. It's coming. Sam Douglas, thank you for the super chat, sir. He wants to know what defensive player you feared the most in the SEC, Travis.
No, I don't fear nobody now.
Oh, hell yeah. I like that answer. Good answer.
Now, I don't fear nobody, but I could just name some good ones that was out there that gave me some problems. Like LSU gave me some problems. And to come to find out that was Nick Saban's defense. That was, Nick Saban was the head coach of them. But it was like they didn't fear me, but it was like they had a good scheme to, to make sure I was kind of contained or whatever.
They load up the box on you.
Yeah, and it was I forgot his name. It was a linebacker from Georgia. He can hit real hard. That 2000 year. I want to say, oh my goodness, I want to say he went to the Pittsburgh. Georgia? Yeah, I want to say he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers or whatever. He was a hard hitter. One time he hit me on a sweep real hard. I try to, you got to fake it if you get hurt. Like if it hurts you, you got to fake it and make it, make them seem like you didn't hurt them. But yeah, he hit me one good time on the side. I was like, oh my goodness. But now we're not afraid of no hits. Now as a running back, shoot, you got 11 guys at you all the time. You are afraid as a running back, that's not the position you need to play.
You can always tell, like I've always thought it's funny, like you can always tell when somebody gets the hell knocked out of them. They'll get up and pat the other player that hit them on the head. And, when they turn their head away from the people, they're thinking, damn, that hurt.
Yeah. There's some hard hits now, but nobody scares a running back. You know what I'm saying? A running back shouldn't be scared. I can tell you about this. Defensive players, like they like to hit and they physical, they mean, but they don't want to get hit.
Well, you had some pretty nasty defenses that you practiced against at Tennessee. Yeah. And Billy gets questioned all the time about what it was like to go against Peyton Manning and, some of the guys he had to play against there. And I know you guys played together. What was it like having to practice against that defense?
It was tough, man. I can tell you about all of them.
Who's the hardest hitting guy?
I was more worried about my defense in practice than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, Al Wilson. Shoot, Al Wilson is a beast. That's if I always try to be nice to Al. I said, man, take it easy. Because he's a different way.
He ran the locker room.
It might be a 50 pounds difference. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a small guy. But like I said, of course, I'm not scared of him. But like I said, I don't want no parts of Al Wilson going head up. That as a running back, he's smart. Now, if me and him was the same size, it'll be if I was a Bo Jackson type back, I don't have no problem going head up when it's equal. But me and Al Wilson going head up, going full speed, and we see each other, that's not equal. I'm gonna lose all the time. I have to be smart. I can only get Al Wilson when he's off balance. I can only get Ray Knock when he's off balance, or Emo and whoever. But I'm gonna tell you, one of the teammates that gave me a lot of problems is Ray Knock. Ray Knock is not as big. He's tall and slim, not built like a linebacker, but Ray Knock is fast like a running back. So
Ray Knock was one of my favorites because he's always one of my favorite defensive players at Tennessee. But then when he got drafted by the Cardinals, man, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I was in heaven. What's
I got a question.
Go ahead, Carter.
Well, I was thinking about, a lot of people don't realize that 2001 team, all the draft picks. I mean, that was I think that was the best draft class Tennessee's ever had in history, because you had 11 players drafted.
Yes,
you had quite a few first rounders. John Henderson, Albert Haynesworth, Dante Stallworth. You were drafted. There's quite a few more.
Will Overstreet. You had Fred
Will
Weary.
Overstreet.
Fred Weary, Andre Lott. You had Dominic Stevens got drafted.
Darwin.
Reggie Coleman got drafted. Teddy Gaines got drafted.
They mentioned Darwin Walker.
Well, Darwin Walker was before. He came out in '99, I believe, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Let me see. No, yeah, he came out in '99, I believe.
Uncle Lou again.
I brought it to Darwin Walker, and I got it on film. I can show you in practice.
I'm gonna have to see that, Travis. That boy's arms. That boy's arms.
I got Al Wilson on film. I got it to him. I got film proof. I like to say, people like lying and stuff, but I got film proof of that.
That's all you need.
That's funny because I was gonna say one other thing. There's one player on that 2001 team that you never really heard of afterwards, but I always was really impressed with Julian Battle. And I can't remember whatever happened to him. Did he get plagued with injuries or something?
Julian Battle went. I forgot.
Wasn't he a DB, Carter?
He's a little younger than me.
Yeah.
Julian, he got drafted somewhere. I forgot where. I don't know if he got drafted. Or he went somewhere.
He did play in the NFL. I want to say the Giants, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
I wish Bad Dog was. Is Bad Dog in here? He would know.
Yeah.
I know Jabril Wilson went to the Giants. I'm not sure.
That's probably him. I know Battle went. So he was somewhere because I remember seeing his name in the NFL. Uncle Lou with another question. Players nowadays, a lot of these players are quitting at the end of their senior year or junior year if they're an NFL prospect and sitting out of the bowl games. What's your thoughts on that? As a teammate, they didn't do that back when you were playing, but.
Yeah, because why they didn't do that? I had this conversation too, but I know the reason why. Because like I said, you're done. That's your last. That's your last game. And if you're not playing, if your team is not playing for nothing, you don't want to risk. I know the fans and everybody want to see them play, but you're risking a chance of that's their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? As far as right now, they have a chance. Think about it. Just for instance, if you had a chance to be a first round pick and make say 10 million or whatever, I don't know, whatever, 10 million for that season, and you happen to play and got hurt, you know what I'm saying, in that bowl game that was meaningless, like a meaningless bowl game, you'll feel bad about that. Now, only way to fix that is, and I'm gonna tell you this. And I don't know why everybody's against this. I'm like, you want more. We got the playoffs now, right? There are only 4 teams in the playoffs, right? If they have multiple teams in the playoffs, you want to have to worry about, say, if a Georgia, how good Georgia was. I think Georgia didn't make it this year, but there was a good team. A lot of Georgia players didn't play in the bowl game. If they had a chance to a shot at the national title, being, say, if there was at least 8 teams. I wish it was 16 teams. I don't know in the playoffs. It's not, but 4 weeks would be at most. On both sides, they can take the 2. Like you got the East and West from you will get SEC East and West. We can put the top on the West on one side, and the top on the East on the other side, and you can use the top. I guess we got 5 power conferences. We can split them all up,
Yeah.
east and west, north and south, or whatever. Put them on opposite side, and you have your little large teams or whatever.
Yep.
Three or four on the others. 2 or 3 on each side. You will have more guys still remaining at their colleges, and they won't enter the NFL draft because they have a shot at a national title. You know what I'm saying? Let them lose within the playoff system. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have 4 teams on, just in the playoffs, of course, all of them going to stay. The starting quarterback is not going to be like, well, I got to worry about the draft, and I'm not going to play for you, and he's playing for something. That's unheard of. But if they know they're playing for something, a national title or something, the more teams you have in that college bowl or whatever, and you can still run them through the different bowl sites or whatever. You can circle them, cycle them like they're doing now, but you can cycle them as a majority of them, I guess more of them, whatever. What I'm trying to say, but you will have less guys trying to enter the NFL draft if you do that. If we have more college football in the playoffs, and what they can do, they can. Me personally, I would make sure I would want them to lessen the season. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's 11, 12 games, shrink it to 8 games, and or 9 games, and let's start the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? What's
right?
That would cause a problem with some of the teams though that are not, that know they're not going to make the playoffs. It'd be kind of unfair to shorten their season.
Well,
I think we got too many bowl games as it is. And,
that's a fact.
We could,
it's too many bowl games. Yeah. So we can keep it. What is it? Most college games are. most regular seasons are 11 games, right?
12.
12. Yeah.
Well, and you got to think that you got 4 non-conference teams, at least the SEC. You could at least knock that down to 2. Your 8 conference games and your 2 non-conference. Okay, 10 games. And if you made the playoff after a conference championship, the most games you'd play is what, 16, which is 1 more than what they're playing now. So,
right. Well, like I said, there's ways they can adjust it. Like you just said, they would be mad if they shrunk the games or whatever. Let's put it like this: if these teams, we got not the BCS, we got the college football ranking. So when the rankings come out, right, you have the teams that they'll have the final. Say if we go with 8, we have the final 8. The other teams can still remain with their regular season and play 11 games. You know what I'm saying? If they're not in it, they can still play a regular season games or whatever. And we can go ahead and start the teams with the bulk that we have that's going to made the playoffs. Let's start that season at week 10 and let's start the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? There's ways they can make it happen. And it's making
the FCS does it. The FCS has already been doing it.
I don't think we'll ever see 16.
Right. I don't think
level, but 8 would be. I think everybody would love 8, but then people are going to cry for 16, so it don't really matter. Wilkie, my buddy Wilkie in the comments got a question for you. Your thoughts on the transfer portal?
On the what now? I'm sorry.
The transfer portal.
Oh, the new rule with the transfer, as far as you can play like say if you want to quit a team and go play in the next team. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good for the players, but the coaches hate it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, but you got to understand as a player, man, he's like, man, you don't want to waste a year. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to use me, that's the same. I can tell you I was in that situation. I was going
to ask if you ever got frustrated,
No, I didn't get frustrated. I didn't mind. Like, I never, people thinking like they didn't understand why I did what I did. Usually you don't redshirt after 2 years of playing, as a true, freshman and sophomore. But I didn't mind waiting as long as I got a shot. All I need is one shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in which, and I'm gonna correct you. I know, BBD, you were saying like I did play. I started right after Jamal got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I just messed up, fumbled, all that, whatever. But I started the Georgia.
I remember that. I didn't want to miss it.
People said I waited until my senior year. I
don't know if you remember this or not, Travis, but after we met at the pizza joint in Pigeon Forge, that's when you were having that little fumbling issue. When I don't
know.
I can't remember what game it was.
It happened. A running back's gonna fumble the ball though. But like I said,
but it was at the ball walk. You were walking down through there, and I got right up there, and I saw you. You recognized me, and I shook your hand. And when I shook your hand, I said, "Now don't fumble that, Travis."
Yes, that was a good moment. It's all good, but yeah. for the people that say, man, he fought my life. I want you to get out there and run the ball then. See me.
Hey, every running back goes there.
Hey.
But it's all good. I understand. You know what I'm saying? As fans, I understand, man. You want to you want your team to win. You get pissed off, somebody do wrong. I understand that 100%. So
and see, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of fans don't understand that. College football players, most of them are not like us fans. They're just, because I think most people want to go to the school. Most players want to go to the school that's going to help them get to the league the quickest. And, I think that's why recruiting for like Alabama is so big, because they've produced so much NFL talent. Right. They got all the exposure, They're
a minor league farm team for the NFL.
Yeah.
What's I'm trying to knock out some of these questions people are asking in here, a lot of the same ones that I had written down, Carter. And Carter, if you've got some specific questions you want to ask him. But I was curious about this. What's the toughest place you ever played on the road? Where was the toughest place? Florida?
Florida's the loudest place ever. Like, it's louder than any NFL, because all college football, most of these major college footballs are bigger than all NFL stadiums as far as. Well, you got, Dallas just got I don't know. Well, it's not, that's standing room too, so I don't know how they do in their sitting. But as far as seats and all that stuff, most of these colleges, Michigan, you got Florida, you got Tennessee, Ohio State. But Florida is the loudest state I've ever been in.
Florida, Georgia, Alabama, rank them in terms of rivalry for you.
Yes.
Yeah, who's out of those three, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, which one do you hate the most?
I don't hate none of them.
Oh, come on now, Travis.
Like my story with Alabama, people say, they think I hate Alabama. I said, why would I hate Alabama? I never lost to Alabama in my career. So why do I? I said, why would I hate? I love y'all, man. We always I said never lost to y'all.
All right.
I love y'all. I was, I lived in Alabama. I used to live in Ozark, Alabama. But
did you grow up as a Tennessee fan? I meant to ask you that at the beginning. Were you a Tennessee fan? Were you a Tennessee fan coming up?
No, I was a football fan. I was born in Germany. My father was military. I was in Tennessee. I didn't get to Tennessee until, you can say 89. I was at Fort Campbell. We stayed on the base for 3 years, and then I moved off base in Clarksville, Tennessee. And it was at 91, 92. So, 91, 92. So, but just being here in Tennessee, I know I see y'all love football. Anybody love football? Of course, that's I didn't choose Tennessee just because, I love football. It's just because of, I saw it was, a situation where I saw Jay Graham about to leave, and I felt like they needed a running back. And I wanted to go to one of the best schools, like a top 10 school, whatever, that was, just had some competition. I didn't want to go to no easy school where I can just, come in right away and just play. Of course, I wanted to work for my position. And I always told, and people saying, I had to wait behind, Jamal or whatever. And Jamal was a beast. And I tell him, man, Jamal was a beast. But I always told myself, if I didn't start, whoever's in front of me was going to be, they was going to be something else. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how, when I came out, when I was going to show my showcase, which I knew I was going to be, I was going to work hard enough to be, make some noise or whatever, So, and it all worked out for all of us. Me, Travis, Henry, and Jamal came in at the same time. We all still have records to this day that's there. So just imagine if one was just to stay the whole time, they would have had some big numbers. But
you keep in touch with all those guys, Jamal, Travis.
Yeah, I all the time. We was just at Super Bowl together. Jamal.
Yeah, I seen a picture, y'all.
Yeah. So yeah. Now I'll see Jamal every now and then when we come up for the games up there. I get y'all in Knoxville, ain't you? So, are y'all in Knoxville?
I'm actually in West Tennessee, kind of close to Clarksville, actually.
I'm about an hour from Knoxville myself.
Okay, I didn't know, but when we go up to Knoxville, I'll see a lot of other guys as well.
I know people are going to want to know that Tennessee fans probably always ask you this. I'm guessing, what was it like to play with Peyton Manning? I know y'all.
It was just for a year, though, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, I love Peyton. Peyton was a humble guy, class act, very class act, well mannered. I got nothing but good things to say about Peyton, man. I've never met a guy just you would think, just coming from Clarksville and as a freshman, that's all I heard was about Peyton Manning. You get to play with the great Peyton Manning or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'll just tell you a story about Peyton Manning when I first got to campus. And, this is when we already practiced and everything. I was just, you wouldn't think, people would think that, there'll be a certain way, a player that of his status will be a certain way. But I was just walking down the strip. I don't know where I was. I don't know if I was headed back toward the dorms or whatever. And Peyton was driving by and he was like, "Hey, Trav, you need a ride or whatever? So you need a ride, So, he's that type of guy. He's not just going to see somebody he knows and not, acknowledge him and offer a ride or whatever. So
I can see that in him.
Yeah. One time he was like, I was at the gas station. This is when I don't know when he had left and just came back because he always come back and does appearances or whatever. Yeah. And I saw him at the Pilot gas station, and he was like, he had I guess he just got through doing a signing or whatever. And he was like, I had my then it was my fiance, and he'd offered the autograph. So, but that's the type of guy Peyton is, man. And in Trinity, I have people hate Peyton. Like I hate Peyton. The reason why people hate Peyton, like other than Tennessee fans, because they talk about him so much.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's true.
That's other people make you hate another person because they talk about him so much. That's
if you hear a person's name, me and Carter,
I'm tired of hearing it
all the time. You get tired of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I got another question. Yeah, I got to know first. Do you have? I'm sure you do. Do you got the painting?
The painting? What painting?
Yeah, the Tennessee painting they did when we beat Florida in 01. I think it's
You talking about the one of me? I got
and Spurrier in the background with his arms crossed.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, that's that's a classic right there. I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a classic, man. That was a game. That was a game. It was like we were against all odds. They didn't give us no hope.
No, 21-point underdogs. I mean, college game day just said it's going to be a blowout. I mean, that was probably one of my favorite
really
games.
Got us hot. Yeah, it really got us hot.
And Philip Fulmer gives the best locker room speeches, does he not?
Yeah, he is. Yes, he's like I said, that's a very serious coach. He knows what he's doing, and like I said, that type of game. I was telling people I ain't need no speech, man. I was ready already. I was ready from. I was telling people that when I was down there, the first time I went to Florida was my freshman year. It was Peyton's senior year, and I didn't play, but I went down there and I was suited up. But I thought to myself, if I ever put myself in this situation, I ever get this opportunity right here, I'm gonna make sure I make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be ready, because a lot of guys I've seen, like just on my team, which I'm not gonna give no names out, they wasn't ready, scared. You know what I'm saying? People, Florida week, they, people just be all in their feelings or whatever. They kind of uptight. You know what I'm saying?
Those teams really. We heard it all the time as fans. We hear it all the time. Tennessee hopes to beat Florida. It was like that.
See, I mean, it's a lot, of course, a lot of media attention to it, a lot of talk to it. But like I said, I always say, and people, they always say that we haven't beat Florida down there in 30 years, as if we are the same team every one of those last 29 years or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't, like I said, like that team, last year's team is different than this team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, every year.
Yeah, every year it's a different team. You know what I'm saying? So don't put, that's good for stats and the media and all that type of stuff. But for our teammates, the players in this locker room, we ain't never played this team before. They ain't never played us before. So we about to go to war. You know what I'm saying? So it's on and powder. So I'm like, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So you got to prepare yourself for moments like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we all nervous before the game. I get nervous before every game.
Thank you, Gate City Blue Devil. Thank you for the super chat. He says, "Go Vols," and he wants to let you know that he appreciates you, Travis.
Oh yeah, I appreciate y'all too, man. Go Vols. Yeah, go Vols.
Have you ever thought about going. I know you do you've done the Tennessee Legends football camps and stuff. Have you ever thought about getting into coaching at all?
That's what everybody asks, man. Coaching and playing is totally two different things.
Right.
Now, I don't want to. I want to coach. I don't want to deal with 30 different personalities, or 40 different personalities, or whatever. I don't know if I was just a position coach. I just don't. It's one thing as a to do it as a player, and then as a coach is totally. Even though it's the same game, it's opposite. Man, it's a different. It's really a different feel.
Have you had a chance to meet Pruitt and this new staff? And I know you haven't recently, obviously, but have you had a chance to be down on campus and witness a Pruitt practice?
I haven't seen the practice, but I have met Pruitt. I met him. Usually when I have a new head coach come in, I have some kind of reception for that. So, and I've met all the head coaches after Fuma. So,
what kind of chances do you give this team coming up this year? Just assuming everything goes as planned, and we have a full football season with a full fall camp. What kind of chances do you give this team this year?
I stopped doing that. Like, I get frustrated when I get so into man, we got this guy, this guy. Man, I just go in there, man. Hopefully these guys put in the work to the maximum ability that they can, and then you can't argue with that. As long as they put in the work, do what they had to do, take care of themselves, and maximize their talent, we'll be all right. So I don't want to be speculating and guessing this and that, because we do that every year. People do that every year. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to support them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But that's regardless. Regardless if I think they're going to lose or win, I'm still going to support them. But I don't want to tell somebody something and get their expectations so high or low. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go in there every time being positive. You know what I'm saying? So,
with the expectations for the fans, right?
Yeah, well, that's for the fans. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan too now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But like I said, I can speak as a player as well. I know I have to prepare myself to the, and it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to prepare yourself, but that's the toughest thing about it is being consistent with preparing yourself. Because every day is not going to be the same.
The fans don't understand the casual fan doesn't understand this. I think I'm maybe a little bit more than a casual fan, and even I don't really probably put a lot of thought into this. We got a lot of strength coaches bouncing around. When you were there, you had Stuckey all 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah, Stuckey. Yeah, Stuckey. Stuckey was getting kind of, then it was pretty much.
He was at the tail end.
Johnny Long kind of took over, but because Stuckey was kind of, we pretty much had the same.
The kids that are there now, they're going to be on Carter. What is it? Their 10th, I think, 10th coach and 10th strength coach.
Really?
In 13 years, yeah. So there's not a kid on that campus that's had the same strength coach their whole time there. How much of an effect do you think that actually has on these guys? I mean, I'm not asking you to break down the differences, but
I can speak on that based off of my situation. And I never relied on, just for instance, as me going into like that 2001 year, I knew that I was first, up, I was about to be the man. I didn't just rely on the weight room of what UT had to give me. I know if I work hard, you go in and work hard, I'm sure it doesn't matter what strength coach you have, as long as you do the work. But what I did myself, I did work before that. I did some stuff extra, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it takes these young guys, you just can't do what's given to you. You have to do extra in some sense, you know what I'm saying? In my case, I can speak on that because I would get up 5 a.m. and work out with this, Vince, his name Vince Martin. I'll do a workout with him, and then later on I'll do my UT thing, you know what I'm saying, with them. So even with what Stuckey and Johnny Long had, I did extra, you know what I'm saying, on top of that, because me personally, if I don't feel like it's enough, that's what I'm gonna do. So and that was just, I got to speak for me personally. So I wouldn't just hold it on the strength coach and that, switch it, because lifting weights is really nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right.
As soon as you go, you got a good program, and you know what I'm saying. I don't think no coach knows any better than the other coach as far as the weight program. So that shouldn't be a big problem. You just got to really be prepared physically. Make sure your body's prepared physically and do your thing. Because I've seen, even when I was there, I've seen guys actually skipping workouts. You know what I'm saying? And they wonder why they couldn't get on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We had guys like that. So, but
Billy Cole,
workout is pain.
Billy Cole wants to know what high school you went to in Germany. You went all 4 years. Didn't you go all 4 years in Clarksville at Northeast?
Yeah,
Northeast.
Yeah.
Northeast.
Thought so.
Germany,
did you learn?
I was born in Germany, but yeah, I was all 4 years at Northeast.
I got another question for you. Me and Keith, when we were talking a few nights ago, when we knew that he was coming on, we didn't realize this. But there's only been 6 All-American running backs from the University of Tennessee, and Johnny Majors was one in 1956. And you were we didn't have another All-American running back till you, and we haven't had one since.
that would have been a quiz I asked you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we studied that. He studied up on you a lot more than
I didn't have to study that much. I knew a lot of it.
Yeah.
I had noticed that too. I was like, of course, if you got that, and I being All-American, I'm like, damn, wasn't the last All-American running back, first team All-American running back, because it wasn't really many. You know what I'm saying? Even I believe, of course, it's all about the opportunity and the timing that you're there, because, like I said, easily Jamal could have been a first team All-American. Like Travis Henry could be a first team All-American.
Yeah.
But if you ask that question, they wasn't. But not to say they couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the opportunity that you got at the time. It's timing and all that stuff. So, but yeah, that was something I was proud of. And one thing I was pissed off about was losing to Doak Walker when I knew I shouldn't have lost to Doak Walker.
Right. Exactly. I mean, you were the leading rusher in the SEC that year, and I mean, most people remember the Florida game, but I mean, every game. I mean, you were averaging over 100 yards a game.
Yeah.
I mean, from the start with Syracuse to Alabama, the Arkansas game, of course.
And I'm gonna tell you a story about that. You don't know the story about the Doak Walker because of 9/11. You know what happened? I don't know if y'all. A lot of people probably don't know what happened, because I would have won even with, I would say, without the last, the Florida game. Usually our Florida game was in the beginning. The Florida game was at the end because of 9/11. Well, what had happened is the scheduling of the College Football Awards show still was on schedule, and they already had announced the winner before that game.
Yeah, some of these awards, I don't understand why they don't wait till the end of the year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, they would have. I mean, it was on schedule just because of 9/11 happened. Remember, they canceled.
Yeah, pushed the season a week back. Yeah.
Yeah, they pushed the season a week back, but they kept that College Football Award show. They kept that on schedule, as far as, I guess they announced the winner prior to the game, because I remember Bud Ford telling me, he said, they already announced the win. I didn't read, that game would have solidified the Doak Walker right there award.
Oh, definitely.
And if you heard, I don't know if you remember on game day, I got that on game day, where Kurt Herbstreit, they were saying, even not to say that, it matters, but for them to compare me versus the other 2 running backs that I was going up against, he was like, hands down, Travis Stevens should be Doak Walker. He's won it, based off that game, because if it was any question in doubt, you needed something to prove that. And you're doing it on a big stage away when the odds against you and you win the game. That would have been the winning point. But
and single-handedly won the game.
Listen, Luke said, even the guy that won it thought I won the award. You know what I'm saying? He even said it himself. Like, man, he said that when I talked to him, he said it in the paper, whatever. But like I said, that was one thing I was real pissed off about.
Oh man, I can't imagine. I mean,
you go ahead, Carter. I'm looking at some of the comments here.
Well, Travis, a lot of people talk about the 98 team, but I mean, there was such a stable of running backs, and Sean Bryson. I mean, Sean Bryson was as a fullback. I mean, that's probably the fastest fullback I've ever seen in my life.
Definitely. He ran, I
He
think,
should have really been a tailback, shouldn't he?
yeah, Sean was a tailback because when he went to he was really a tailback playing fullback, and
Right.
when he went to Detroit, he ended up playing tailback, and but
Because
Sean,
Bartholomew was a freshman in '98, so
yeah, me and Brock, yeah, we came in the same year, so yeah, we were all freshmen, and it was Phil Crosby was another. Well, Phil Crosby was there already, but that was the three the three fullbacks was Sean Bryson, Phil Crosby, and Will Bartholomew.
I remember in that Notre Dame game, man. I think everybody was scared to death. Like that one touchdown you ran into the snare drum of the Pride of the
Yeah.
Southland there in the end zone. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, he hit his knee on the snare drum."
I'm just jealous of Carter's memory, man. I remember when I was Carter's age, I could remember all the stuff that he's remembering now. I can't remember what happened in the Georgia State game. Did we win that? We didn't. We won that game, didn't we?
No.
If Pigskin Pete wants to hear a story about Jon Gruden.
John Chucky. Let me see. John was a coach. I mean, he knew his stuff. I'll tell you a story. When we went to Super Bowl our first year. Well, it was only my first year, but the only year that Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. But we went. It was in San Diego, and we'll have a team meeting before when we get there. We have a team meeting, whatever. And then he was just pretty much giving us the rundown of what the week was going to be like, and what the whole experience was going to be like. But he was just saying, he was saying that okay, the Super Bowl committee, they doing a lot of things for us and everything, and they actually, Jon Gruden he's married, whatever. He was married at the time too, but he's kind of a little jokester too. But he was like. Super Bowl committee, they were, it got this for us, the cars, we get a car for a whole week, rent a car for the whole week, and you get to drive it around, convertibles and all that stuff, get these tickets, and they give you not one room, but two rooms, and I got two rooms. I got one room for my wife, and I got another room for my bitches, so it was just, it was just so funny what he said it, but
down here.
He has a little sense of humor though, just like Peyton has a sense of humor as well.
Oh yeah, he's a jokester for sure. Yeah, I'm not even going to bring that one up. There's a few people in the comments wanting to know about the locker room incident with Peyton Manning, but you were there. I guess he was a senior when that happened. He catches a lot of flack over the mooning. Yeah.
What's wrong with that? If he did, I don't know.
People, of course, Travis. Everybody was in there. All the fans, they were in there. They know exactly what happened. So they like to say they know what happened. Did you go to the NFL Combine?
I did. I just did. I didn't do much. I did go there. Indianapolis, I did go there.
What was your 40? Man,
it was like boo. I ran terrible. I think I ran like a 4. I had a bad day. I ran a 4.7 or something like that.
Oh man,
it was terrible.
Jeez, Travis, I could have ran that backwards.
Yeah,
if I was on a truck.
Yeah. There's a lot of nerve wracking. Because it's like it's a long process, man. It's crazy, man. It's just like a meat factory. Like they weigh you. You got your height, strength, and I
imagine it's a lot worse now too.
The interviews and all this stuff, and it's really nerve wracking. You're not really in your comfort zone like how you are at your combine at home. Yeah, your pro day at home.
How well do you remember the mood on the sideline during the Arkansas game?
Which one? Which Arkansas game?
The Arkansas game in 98.
98.
How was the mood?
Yeah, when
a typical game, like
I mean, down there at the end when we, I say we when T threw the incomplete pass on 4th down, then they get the ball. It looks like the game's over. That's the part of the game I'm talking about. How was your mood? Was it over for you? Did you think we were going to get the ball back?
Those moves, as a player, you get those all the time, just like the Georgia game when we were down, and it was kind of the same mood. It was before I had the screenplay, but it was the same mood. It's going to get more intense the more the time ticks down and gets closer to us. But
did you think we was gonna get the ball back in time, or did you think it was over?
I mean, you always hope for anything. Like at that point, you know what I'm saying? You need you need anything to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that you know, it's just, of course, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, it's at that point you always, you know, some points you know it's like the game is over because you know you might be blowed out, but you still have it. Anything can happen. They still got to snap the ball. When you have to snap the ball, you know what I'm saying. And when it's close, like it was close, anything can happen. So if you know, I understand if it was, you know, a 20-point, 30-point blowout, and you know, game been over. But like that, you close moments like that, you just wish something would happen, and then it happened.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I was there sitting right behind your all's bench when that happened, when he threw that incomplete pass, and me and my brother were there together. And when they took over the ball, my brother got up and he's like, "Come on, man, we're leaving." I'm like, "Hell no, we're not leaving. We're going to win this game." I didn't believe it, but I stayed, of course, and the rest is history. Billy fell on that fumble, and you know, Travis took it straight down their throat. When we got that fumble recovery, I don't think there was a doubt in anybody's mind that we were going to go down and score. Right there.
Yeah.
That was a tough team, man. Arkansas, they had some tough teams. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, you know, they were a team. Those teams scare you more so the ones that you.
That was our.
You know, the ones you think you're supposed to be, but then they, you know, they toughen it out and they give you problems.
They were having an amazing year. They were undefeated. It was your first week at number one. I mean, that was a tough team.
And then they beat us the very next year. You know?
Same score.
Obviously, it was the same score.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
D4 says you ran a D4 in the comments says you ran a 4.59 40. So you didn't give yourself enough credit. And we got a Gator fan in here. Wants to know. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Christopher. Nope, he didn't ask a question. He just said at work, but dropping in quick to show some love. Thank you, Christopher Duncan. We got, well, you know, I'm going to tell you, Travis, that there's a lot of rivalries, of course, in the SEC, and a lot of the fans don't like each other. But we got some of the best fans right here that hang out in the comments with me. I got a lot of Alabama and Georgia fans, and they're all just really good people. We give each other shit, but really, really good people. Speaking of really good people, what's the worst stadium you ever played in? Like
South Bend and Notre Dame.
Shitty locker room, you know, all that.
Notre Dame. I think they back in the 01, it was this. It was I was expecting more because that was the history of Notre Dame.
Yeah,
the field was. I mean, most high school
pasture up there.
Yeah, man, it was muddy and just all messed up. But and I remember, I guess the locker room was. I mean, it was just everything was ancient. I guess I don't know why they should. I think they upgraded now. I heard. I think, but yeah, back then I had more high expectations that I was like definitely disappointed in seeing what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that. You know, it looked like. Well, you know, I went to that game actually, man.
Yeah,
my stepdad. That was awesome. You know, but you know, we went to the College Football Hall of Fame, but yeah, I was disappointed too. I mean, I thought, man, this stadium was like built in the 30s, and they just left it. You know,
they
didn't touch nothing.
Exactly what they did. They left it.
The seats hurt. I mean, they weren't comfortable. The corridors were just like, I mean, it looked like I'd gotten in a time machine or something.
At least they should have polished it up. Like, I don't know if y'all have been to the Masters. You know, you ever been to Masters?
No, I haven't had that good fortune yet.
They keep the Masters, I guess, traditional, I can say. But they clean it up, though. It's real clean. You know what I'm saying? Like the grass.
Oh, that place is immaculate. I mean,
they do the everything. Nothing's electronic. They do everything by, you know, the numbers, by manual and stuff like that. So, but they keep it conditioned, you know. And there's one thing, you know, it can be old or whatever, but at least, I mean, keep it conditioned or whatever. So,
yeah, that place is amazing.
You know, a lot of people always seem to forget that, you know, when y'all are playing football, y'all are student athletes. I mean, y'all are still students. Y'all are still, you know, college. You're going to college. You're a college kid and everything. I mean, tell me maybe a funny story that had nothing to do with football, just, you know, going to UT or something like that.
Man, there's plenty. I can't.
Maybe you can't say them on here. I don't know.
Oh man, I just get right off hand. You said during college.
What were there some
we
pretty
do a lot
good
of
parties?
drinking, huh?
Was there some pretty good parties?
Oh yeah, it's always It's always
And I'm sure the football players got treated like royalty.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't.
I bet you didn't drink a drop of alcohol all through college.
Nah, I never touched it in my life. Hey, I never touched it in my life. Nah. Nah. But no, of course it's a balance you gotta have. We had our fun while we were there. They had some people more they abused it more than than they should. So those guys right there didn't last long. But I think you should just have a balance. Of course, as a college kid, you want to study and do all that, and as well as have fun. But you just want to make sure you do it in a balanced way. So you balance that out because you only go to college. I mean, if you do go to college, you only do it once. You're only going to be that age once in your life. So I don't think everything should be just serious and all that stuff. You need to have fun, but just be responsible in what you do.
The reason I brought that up was because a few years ago, Todd Kelly Jr., who played at Tennessee, his dad, of course, was Todd Kelly.
Todd,
yeah. He was doing like a live video, I think, on Instagram or something, and he was at a party, some kind of fraternity party or something, and there was a few other football players, and everybody in the comments were like, "You shouldn't be there. You're a football player." I mean, just given that, it was so bad he shut it down because of all the people they saw, red Solo cups everywhere. I mean, it was obviously a party, and just giving them grief about it. Like, I'm like thinking, man, these guys they're students. They're at college.
Yeah, how people like. I mean, when you're in that spotlight like that, they're gonna look at you in a different light. You know what I'm saying? So that always gonna happen. So we gotta, certain, there are some things I don't agree with that. These players shouldn't be doing. Because of who they are. But you gotta, it's just part of it. You just gotta, you gotta really be responsible for some of the stuff. You can't do a lot of the stuff that a normal college student and a normal person can do because you're in the spotlight. So it's just, I mean, it is what it is, man. You can't do nothing about it. You have to, as long as you just gotta be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you wasn't doing nothing wrong, sometimes I wouldn't see nothing wrong with it, but you got to think about some people will look at it differently.
Can't be throwing beer bottles and golf balls off the damn second floor balcony like Tyler Bray, right?
Yeah.
Got a question for you in the comments. I actually had this one written down almost exactly the way he asked it. What is your craziest or weirdest game that you played in? I think it's the way I had it written down. Craziest game that you played in that you can remember, obviously.
Well, I had no crazy. The weirdest, when they play dirty, man, South Carolina here at Tennessee, man, dude hit me in the nuts. Yeah.
That the only time that happened?
He grabbed. I don't know, did he grab? He did something. He grabbed it. I was like, "What you doing, man?" You know what I'm saying? Trying to hurt me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like they playing dirty like that. They were trying to take me out the game. I said, "Man, come on, man, you can do anything else, but dang, not my manhood."
People trying to poke you in the eyes.
Yeah, they do all kind of. You got players playing dirty, so yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot now. How many of the maxims can you recite?
Right now?
Yeah. I bet Carter.
Hey, I think I know them all, man. I think I can.
I'd say he probably does.
You know them all more than me. Let me see. What's the first one then?
The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win.
Hell, I even know that one, Travis.
Number 2, play for it and make the breaks when one comes our way, score.
Number 3,
cut, slice, pursue, and gang tackle for this is the winning edge.
That it start like ball, Oski or something like that, or is that?
No, that's ball, Oski, cover, block.
Yeah. I'm on a live.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I would remember. I don't remember like. Well, I do remember as you saying them, but yeah, man, you know how long ago I've been.
Oh, I know.
The only one that matters is the last one.
Yeah.
Carry the fight to Florida and keep it there for 60 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, nah, you put me on the spot on that one. You're right.
I'd say there's probably
I
not,
feel bad,
probably
man. Y'all
not very
forget,
many Tennessee
y'all
players
forgive
that
me
can
for that.
actually do that.
Yeah, forgive me for that.
I can think of one other former Tennessee player from your era that couldn't remember him either, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna tell you, my memory bad anyway. Like I said, I don't have good memory. I barely remember. I don't even remember some of my family members. You know,
It only gets worse. It only gets worse.
Yeah.
Question from my good friend Caleb McMahon wants to know, what's your fondest memory at Tennessee?
Fondest memory, of course, just winning that national title.
Yeah.
One of the big games there is, of course, that Florida game during that same year. Of course, that was a big moment, and then also just there at of course the Georgia game. You already said that it was a big moment, kind of bittersweet, yeah, but there's a lot of big. Of course, the national championship. I always say that's always been a big moment there at Tennessee.
I got a question by text.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll want to answer this one or not. Who's your personal favorite? Hang on. Who's your personal favorite Vol of all time?
Personal favorite?
Obviously, I think you would go outside of the teams you play.
Are you saying teammate or just ones I just just throughout the whole history?
It says who's your personal favorite. Let's not say teammate, because that's kind of unfair. So, favorite Tennessee player not on any of the teams you played. Like, do you historically have a favorite player?
Harry Gallup.
Oh, okay.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Where's Harry Gallup from?
Oh, man.
I guess he's from Clarksville.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, who's the Clarksville Comet?
It ain't me, man. I don't know why they. I don't know who the Clarksville Comet.
You know who that is, BVD?
I guess Travis.
No, it wasn't. It was way before Travis. I can't. I wouldn't. I can't remember now.
It's the farthest Northeast went in the playoffs.
How far as they went?
Yeah, did you ever make it to state?
Yeah, my junior year. That's another game I always.
That's the year you won the Mr. Football, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember Mr. Football. We went quarterfinals. We lost off a Hail Mary to Brentwood Academy. Mickey Allen, and Austin Kemp, Kirsten Biggers. They won that team. So that team, it was the last play. Mickey Allen made the game saving tackle on me for them to win the game. But we really should have won that game 7-3. They cheated they called a pass interference on a Hail Mary, and they threw another Hail Mary. And before the half, it was just like a Hail Mary before the half. They ended up winning that game 7-3.
Yeah,
it was a defensive battle, but that year, whoever won that game was going to win the Clinic Bowl, which they ended up going ahead and winning.
Right. Obviously, I've never been a victim of losing a game by Hail Mary, but my high school team lost a playoff game a few years ago, just like that on a Hail Mary. Thought we had it won, and
right. That's the worst way to win. To lose.
That is, man. That is awful. That's sudden death. I mean,
right.
Yeah. Looking back now, I know that after Tennessee beat Florida in 2001, went to the SEC championship game, ended up losing to LSU, and could have played in the Rose Bowl against Miami. Do you think, as good as that Miami team was, do you think Tennessee? Do you think y'all could have beat them if y'all would have played them in the Rose Bowl?
No, of course, always. We matched up better than. And I was talking to Clinton Portis. He was talking about. He was like he was looking forward to playing us because we matched up better than them playing Nebraska.
Yeah.
If you look at their teams tap a tat, they had like Jeremy Shockey. We had Jason Witten.
Yeah.
We had of course, like Dante Starr, I believe. I don't know if Andre Johnson was on the team. I forgot if he was the receiver on that team starting or whatever. But they had, the defensive line. They had like two Hawks on there. Of course, we had John Henderson and Albert Hanger. Like I said, we had Clinton Portis. They had me. They had. I think they had the thing they had us on. I think is their cornerbacks went first round.
Al Blades. I think Sean Taylor was Sean Taylor on that team.
Sean Taylor was safety, I believe that year. Yeah, I want to say he was safety, but they had Mike Rump, I believe. Mike Rump was one of them. I forgot the other guy's name, but they it was pretty tat as far as a balanced offense and defense. That both had good defenses. They had Ed Reed and. I believe they had Jonathan Vilma? I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, Vilma,
yeah. So I mean, they had a stacked team. They were the only team that year that had more draft picks than we did. I think they had one or two more than we had that year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We had 11 or 12. I forget, it was 11 or 12, and they had like either 12 or 13 or something like that.
Yeah, I think is that the year they had 6 first rounders? I think it may have been.
I don't know if it was 6. You can check it. It might have been, but I know.
I just know they hold like the record for the most first round draft picks from the university, and it was 6, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it was that year.
But they like I said, they were a good squad. It would have been a battle. I would have tell you that. But like I said, I think we had a balanced attack where they would have had to respect us. You know what I'm saying? But it would have been a better matchup with us than. Nebraska.
Did you ever, either at Tennessee or with Tampa, I guess you probably did at Tampa. Did you ever have any games out west? I can't remember when you were at Tennessee if we played UCLA or anything.
Yeah, we did. Freshman year. We did.
Yeah, it was my freshman year.
I'm curious. You always hear on TV about teams from out here that have to travel west. What a toll the jet lag takes on your body. Is there any truth to that to you young guys that are playing college ball? Because I can't imagine that really being a big problem. I mean, you hear it all the time, but
yeah, it's a difference because I think it's a 2 hours time difference. It's like it throws your schedule off. Yeah, just like I remember my second year, like going to like a second like camp and we went to Tokyo to play the Jets when I was with the Bucks.
Oh no, that would be
like 11 hours. I think that was 11 hours or something. But being that California and Knoxville, I believe it's a 3-hour difference.
3 hour, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just with the scheduling and with everything's a schedule with us, so it does throw it off a little bit. It has a little effect, I would say.
Over a stickler for scheduling. I mean, was he?
Because I mean, especially when you have to play that, the next day. It's not like you've been over there for a week. I understand, like you go over there and you already stay there for a week, like a Super Bowl and stuff. And you kind of you might get adjusted.
Right.
Those 2 or 3 hours won't be as much.
Or like a bowl game, right?
Yeah, but when you have to fly and play a game, like I guess we usually leave on a Friday. Yeah, on a Friday, and we'll fly to the next city or whatever. And play that Saturday morning, or afternoon, whatever time it is. But
what's the nicest bowl gift you ever got?
What's the nice bowl gift?
Yeah, the nicest bowl gift you ever got.
What did we get? I know the
nicest legal bowl gift you ever got.
I never got nothing illegal, man.
I hear
you. I never got nothing.
No $100 handshakes.
No, we all nobody did hats. Everybody. Tennessee is 100%, honest. We get our stuff
right.
Alabama, they do that stuff over there.
That's right. Tell them, Travis.
You were lucky,
Georgia team, that's why they got all those good players now. They cheating. But anyway, the first, I know, that's when the DVDs came out. I know that was the first bowl gift we got. It was like a DVD player, and we got some camcorders. I forgot what I got later on, but every year was nice, but I remember when those DVDs, I thought I was real special. They
take care of you guys, don't they?
Yeah, those pretty nice gifts. So that was in '97. I think that's when they first pretty much was just came out. So
yeah,
Jeff Webster says Bama's just good enough to not get caught.
Right.
It's coming,
they did get
it's
caught,
coming,
though.
Big boy. It's coming.
Yeah, man.
They
They
did
got
get
caught
caught
before.
once.
Remember, yeah, they got caught before, didn't they? I think.
Yeah, Fulmer supposedly was the one that turned them in.
Yeah,
Which,
We all know
I'm
that was Spurrier.
oh
yeah,
yeah,
man.
but you were fortunate to play, at all levels, basically, high school, college, and pro. What was the most fun? What was the most fun? College, pro, high school?
High school.
High school. I knew he was
Yeah,
going to
high
say
school
that.
was fun because it's more of the game. It's more all about the game.
I wish everybody felt that way. I'm a high school football fanatic, and I'm going to do this for my buddy Sam. My buddy Sam texted me and said he wanted to let you know that Greenville High School has the best high school fans anywhere. So there you go, Sam. I read your comment. But what's the hardest, going from high school to college or going from college to pro? Which one was harder?
Oh, nothing's hard. It's just the atmospheres are different.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing's really hard because we played the game all our life, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the
Got
game.
to be. There's got to be an adjustment, though.
Yeah, you just
right?
got to adjust. I mean, you're going to adjust. Of course, it's going to be better players. But that's
I've heard a lot of people say that, going from practicing in college to pro, college was a lot more, or maybe even high school to college, because in high school you're learning more of the fundamentals, and I don't know, like
high school practice, we were hitting, we were physical. In college, in our practice, we don't. Well, we'll have the only time we'll hit will be a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a little bit in spring,
right?
Of course, and then people think they're like during the year we don't hit it all. We don't. It's no contact. You have little button up or whatever, but we take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? So because we'll be we grown, we'll kill each other. School, we just in our practices, we would really tear the scout team. We would eat their butts alive. You know what I'm saying? They'd take care of the starters and all that stuff, but it was much harder that way. But the game was much funner because it's really all about the game. You didn't have a bunch of distractions out there.
Right.
So, yeah, we've had a lot of kids at Greenville go off to college and come back the next year and say that they loved their practices in college. They weren't near as hard as they were in high school, which I was shocking to hear.
Yeah, you just got to take care of your body in college. You know what I'm saying?
And I've heard in the NFL they don't even wear pads that much in practices.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I can tell you how practice goes because Monday's usually off. Mondays and Tuesdays you're really off. You come in Wednesday, you might have they call shells. You just have the tops and have shorts, and then you have a full gear on Thursday. Mostly. Sometimes they'll just do. We have you always have your helmets or whatever. Then Friday you will have helmets and maybe just jerseys and shorts. You don't have nothing else on. And then Saturday's like a walkthrough. It's basically a walkthrough. And college is pretty much the same because what you play on Friday, you play on Saturdays, Sundays you're off. Mondays you go back and you'll come in like you'll be shorts. You'll be shorts and you have shoulder pads, helmet. It'll be Tuesday and Wednesday you'll be in full gear. Thursday you're back with just your helmet, shoulder pads, and then Friday be like a walkthrough.
Jeff in the comments wants to know if you ever had to play in snow or really inclement weather, not rain, but any snow or anything like that.
That Arkansas game was pretty wet, I'm sure.
Wet. Yeah, snow was. I was surprised, but I was hurt that game when we went down to the Cotton Bowl. My toes were
Kansas
cold.
State.
Yeah, against Kansas State. But of course, we played.
That was frigid that day. Yeah.
Well, we played in a lot of rain. I like playing in rain. I'd rather play in rain than snow.
Really?
Yeah, rain and snow. So that Arkansas game, as long as they have a good field. Arkansas had a great field.
How do you? What's your? This is kind of a twofold question. I'll add to this one. Pigskin Pete wants me to ask you how you feel about players making money off of their image, and what's your thoughts on college football players getting paid to play? Should they or should they not?
I think this is the way it should happen, and I think everybody agree on this one. Check this out. Based off of because everybody making money off these college players. If you do the math and all that stuff, they could try to say, people try to say, you're getting a degree, that's what you should get. But if you measure the amount of money they making toward that degree that you're getting, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? So what they should do, they shouldn't pay them directly that, while they're in college. I believe they should set it aside, however they want to structure it, and let them get it after, when they get, in their late 20s and the 30s or something. Spread it out like that,
Like after they graduate or something.
Yeah, after they graduate, exactly. So, have a, I wouldn't even say a lump sum, but have it come out monthly in some kind of account, trust account or whatever. I don't know, but
you guys got a small stipend, I guess, didn't you, when you were in college?
I mean, we just get per diem. No, you get per diem.
Okay, I don't know the difference.
Yeah, no, you just get no, you don't get no money like that. Nothing like that. You just get per diem, and of course, you get like bowl money based off if you travel to that bowl site by yourself, they'll pay for your,
right,
pay for your way to get there, and you can save some of that money or whatever. Which is, it might be $1,000 to a couple of things. It ain't that much, like $1,000, no more than $2,000 if the max.
So I knew I'd be able to keep you in here more than 30 minutes, Travis.
It's all good, but I had time. We can do it again. Maybe when it's I know this Corona gets everybody in the house. So I wouldn't even be on here if it wasn't the coronavirus. I have a lot more to do, but of course I was working on some other stuff and with some of these channels trying to get another channel up. But other than that, like I said, I'm at home with the kids, man.
Travis, I got a good friend of mine who's wanting to know, if is there any way that maybe Keith or could he could get something for you to sign if he sent it to you?
Yeah, I can sign it. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, just get at me in the chat. He can text me, or Keith can text me, whatever. We can set some up. Or I can send it. I got some stuff I can actually send. Unless he got something personal.
It's probably like a mini helmet or something.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't have no helmets. I don't have a helmet. I ran out of jerseys and helmets. I just know how.
Maybe if I could get is it Caleb?
Yeah.
Maybe if I could get Caleb's address, we could send it to you, Travis. And
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll definitely work.
Billy Cole in the comments. This will be the last question for you, so you can get to them kids. He's curious what you're doing now, and I know where you live now, but whether or not you want to say, that's totally up to you.
Yeah, you said what now, Billy? What now?
He wants to know where you live and what you're up to nowadays.
I'm down here in the Nashville area, and like I said, I'm just taking care of the kids. Working with Nissan right now, but got some other stuff in the works. But yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm taking care of these taking care of these bad, taking care of these bad little kids, man. And
they've been good, man. They've been really good.
Yeah, and then trying to stay in shape. Like I said, I might come back and play for UT. I think I got 1 year eligibility. Yeah.
I think we're good at running back right now. Yeah, they might put you bury you in the depth chart now, man. We got some running backs down there now.
Yeah, nah, exactly. And I wouldn't. Them boys would run me out the damn out the stadium. So yeah, but like I said, I think like I said, we get them back in this shuts down, not shut down, but this coronavirus stop, and get them back into practice. I think we finished off on a good note last year because we started off on a real bad note. Hopefully we can build off from that.
I know you said earlier you don't like to do this stuff, but just again, assuming practice starts back as normal in the fall and we have a full season, give me a record for Tennessee.
Give you a record?
What do you think their record might be this year?
I'll tell you, I'll be fair. I'll be fair on this like this, based off of I'm gonna base it off of last year, coming into this year. If we continue off that momentum, I can give us 2 more games than last year.
So 9 wins.
Because we shouldn't have lost that first game. You know what I'm saying? It's other game. I think it was another game. But I know that first game.
Second game we shouldn't have lost either.
Yeah, second game. Yeah, first and second game. Yeah, so I can easily say that. Is that fair enough? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm agreeing with that.
I think that's a fair answer. So hopefully hopefully we can build off of that. So anything,
Travis, I can't thank you enough, man, for coming on here. It's been a blast.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me, man. I enjoyed
talking to you all week long, and keep in touch, and we'll get you back on here sometime.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'll see y'all soon. Go
Vols. I enjoyed meeting you, and appreciate it, man.
All right, Carter. All right, Keith. Yeah. Go Vols. We'll see y'all, man. I keep stay in touch.
Take care, Travis. Thanks.
All right, you too.
All right. Oops. Shit. Sorry about that, Carter.
I disappeared.
Yeah, I was I didn't know he was going to duck out. I was taking him out and actually hit you by accident. That was great. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be. But I hadn't talked to Travis. Well, I mean, you and I both kind of talked to him a little bit on Facebook here a few months ago. Well, y'all don't realize this, but I've been working for a long time trying to get him on here, hadn't I, Carter?
Well, I was the one who first started trying to get him on, if you remember, for you. And then you got in touch with him and got him on.
Dwayne Celine's Glittergator, I love you, man. I got a message for you. Fuck you too, buddy. I've been dying to say that all night, but I thought Travis might be like, oh shit, we're getting into something. But no, I appreciate you guys showing up tonight. You guys were super kind. There was hardly no troll action tonight. I'm impressed. The comments behaved tonight, Carter. I don't think anybody got timed out or anything like that.
See, I didn't really get to see. I couldn't see the comments. In the. I wasn't able to see the comments in StreamYard. I couldn't see.
I mean, it's the same. What you were seeing,
not on my end.
What you're seeing on YouTube
is. Well, see, I don't have that. Like, all it has for me is got a picture of you on the left, my picture on the right, or when Travis was in here, he was in the middle, and it just says you're in the show.
You weren't looking at the Facebook
has like at
page?
the bottom.
Or excuse me, not Facebook. You weren't looking at the YouTube page.
I couldn't do both because every time I tried to pull up YouTube on my phone, it would it would mute me and mute you. Even if I paused the video, it would mute me.
Okay, yeah. I got you. I'm trying to.
Oh my God! I could have clicked on the live comments thing down here in the bottom. I'm an idiot.
Well, good. Both of us screwed up tonight because I butchered the beginning of this thing. Surprise! I want to look back and make sure. Ah, shit, that's not it. It's different, man. This StreamYard's totally different, and that screwed me up at the beginning. And I can't look on here and see if I caught everybody's super chat. If I missed a super chat tonight, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. You guys were very generous tonight and very well-mannered. I'm proud of my kids, even my old kids like Billy. Billy, if you're still in here, I swear to Allah Jesus, I was going to ask Travis if he thinks he could long snap. And then he got talking and I forgot. Totally forgot. Am I looking at the right thing here?
I don't know what you're looking at.
Dog Pride giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birds.
Oof.
I'm gonna let that one slide. That's 7 birds. That's a bird for each point we're gonna stick up your ass in Athens this year.
If we get to play.
Yeah, if we get to play. You don't get a fuck.
Now, see, that's
it. You're not cool enough or important enough to be able to say fuck you to me.
Which, that kind of don't really want to go into it too deep. But, if we don't get football this year, so that basically means that I guess they wouldn't mess with the schedules. So, like, we wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this year we're supposed to have Florida and Alabama at home. But if we miss 2020, I imagine 2021, we would, wouldn't be like, well, they would try to change that. I wouldn't think. No,
right.
They wouldn't. They probably wouldn't.
Hell Rooster. I like the name. If you're still in here, thank you for the comment. He said, second time watching the BBD show. Got to say it was a great show. I will be back for show. Keep it up. Thank you, Hell Rooster. Come back, man. We have a lot of fun in here.
Oh, absolutely.
we're Tennessee fans, but we know how to have fun. When
Yeah, I mean, this isn't all just about Tennessee.
Losers, aren't we, Carter?
Pretty much.
We're lovable losers.
Yeah, and it's not just all Tennessee. I mean, we do everything.
Oh,
Football,
yeah.
basketball, baseball, movies, just
Everything.
life in general. Yeah.
I just about can't think of a single subject we haven't talked about at some point on here.
We need to do a trivia night, and it doesn't have to be even sports.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of time.
Yeah,
and there's no sports shit. I'm trying to fix Jeff up here with something. Let's see.
Jeff Webster.
Yeah,
okay.
Jeff Webster was a talkative little fart tonight. Getting snappy even. See if this helps. Yeah, he's commenting on my hat. There, is that better? It's a solid black hat, Jeff.
Yeah, it was driving me nuts too.
It was me too. I don't know if you noticed that I was backing up.
It's because it was black.
Forward. Yeah.
If you'd had like just a regular Tennessee hat, probably wouldn't have done it. I don't know.
What would if I'd put on a green hat? Dark.
Yeah,
dark.
do that. Try that.
I got a dark green one that might work.
It'd probably do the same though, honestly. I think.
Turn it around. I think it might be a little too dark, but we'll try.
Yeah, dude, it looks black from
Yeah, it does.
You got a lighter green?
Only my ETI hats, and they got the white in them. I got the solid black and a solid white one that I was going to do something with. I'm trying to find me a hat site. I've come up with a really cool BBD TV logo. I discovered it by accident farting around with hats the other night, and I'm going to get some made, but the damn things are so expensive to get decent hats. I don't want to buy some shitty cheap ass hats and then ask people to buy a shitty hat. So I want to try and make decent quality like those Richardson hats, but the minimum is like $12 a hat, and you have to get like a dozen of them. And I's a Tennessee fan.
We need more super chats.
He said it, not me.
Hey, I'll say it.
Yeah, it was a good night, man. I appreciate everybody.
That's awesome.
PayPal was what am I trying to say here? Wish PayPal was easy for people. That's it. There we go. How's that?
It did that with the black one. If you leaned up, it would do that. So
it's my light on the green screen is up here. It's damn. Look how skinny my freaking arms are. God. The light is up here above the desk.
Right.
And I've got almost like a roof over my desk. It's not a real desk. It's a damn box, really.
Yeah.
And that's why when I lean back and get the light, it works good. But when I lean up underneath the desk, and I do have a light under here, but it's not very bright. And that's a little better.
Yeah.
But it didn't fix the ugly. So
the only bad thing about StreamYard, man, is when we started this, I made sure my phone was charged and it was at 92%. We've been on here an hour and 45 minutes, and my phone's at 3%.
Yeah, you need to go. I'm not going to be on much longer, anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. I can go. Yeah, I need to charge my phone. So, but yeah, I appreciate it, and I guess I'll see you either next time or we do another one.
All right, buddy.
All right, see you guys.
On. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely. It was a blast.
Sure, yeah. All right, Carter. We'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, see you guys.
See you, bud. Yeah, the first 10 minutes of this sucked. It was awful. I knew something would happen, and I knew something would go wrong, but I didn't think it was going to go that bad. But that was my fault. I've actually been on StreamYard since about 7 o'clock. I fired it up and got Travis in here. We talked for 20, 30 minutes, made sure everything was working. Everything was perfect. I had it all set up to do the music and everything when I started. And I totally forgot about being on private. So you're welcome. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome for me butchering yet another beginning of a stream. And that's why we make the small bucks on here. Hashtag professional. We need to actually do that, Lou. We need to actually start a hashtag professional, if that's even possible. Because, yeah. Would you like to come on and share something, Lou? Did I know, or you want to wait till in the morning? Because I am excited for you to share this with people. So let me know in the comments, and if you do want to come on for a few minutes, and say a little something to a little somebody, I would love for you to do it right here. I'll just say this: there's some comeuppance coming up in. That's all I'll say. I don't want to steal my boy's thunder. That's a good idea, Hoss. Hashtag professional. Hang on. This whole phone answering thing, throws me off. It's still ringing? Yep. There we go. I was going to have you come in StreamYard.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know nothing about all that.
Can you guys hear him okay? Yay, nay. They should be able to. I got the phone right in front of the microphone here. Yeah, they can hear you okay.
Anyway, man, that was great DVD, the Travis Stevens thing. I wasn't able to listen all the way straight through, but I listened to at least 80% of the time you had him on, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't care what people say either. I'm like, when I talk to somebody that played college football, or even listen to somebody talk about college football actually played, I feel like that's what like a 9-year-old girl must feel like if they're at a Justin Bieber concert 10 years ago or whatever. Like, it's so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. It's just, I've never done anything like that on my channel. I've given my reasons why before, but but even when Billy first came on Catfish's show, listening to him tell stories about all that kind of stuff, it's so, I don't think anybody loves college football more than I do. A lot of people love it as much as I do. Nobody loves it more than I do. But, I was never good enough to play. I played in high school, but that doesn't even compare. It was interesting to hear him say that high school was the most fun he had ever playing.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not surprised at all about that. Because, you see a lot of kids, when they play that last game in high school, that's it, and I think a lot of them think about that when they're playing. And so I totally get it. It becomes a business to them when they get to college, Yeah.
But listening to him talk and tell the stories and, talk about practice and talk about, like the different players he played with and even like the trolley kind of stuff in the beginning, like, what was it like to watch George tear the goalpost down and all that kind of stuff. But those are just, it's so fascinating to me. I think I've mentioned it to you before, but I haven't had any players on, but I even like having like people call in who, like, I had this guy call in a few years ago who was at Georgia like in 2006, 7, 8, and 9 when Matt Stafford and AJ Green and Moreno were there. And I kept him on the phone for probably an hour, and he was just telling stories about, like, eating a hamburger with AJ Green at McDonald's one day or what. I don't know. It's just, it's so fascinating to me. And I'm no Tennessee fan. I remember Travis Stevens, but I could listen to anybody tell stories like that. And he was really good because you could tell he's comfortable on camera. So, some people come on and maybe, they're a little uncomfortable or whatever. He was great. That was some of the most fun I've ever had watching a YouTube video in a long time.
That was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie.
Video. You and Carter did a good job.
We appreciate it. I was a little worried about it after the beginning, man. I don't know if you were here at the very beginning, but Oh,
Oh, yeah,
man.
it was hashtag professional in the beginning, per usual, but once it
Hashtag
got going,
panicking. That's what it was.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
man, fuck, he's just gonna say fuck it and leave, you know.
he's thinking, what are these people doing?
Yeah. Well, you guys don't know this, but when I was talking to him earlier, he does some YouTube stuff, and he's got some ideas about some things he wants to do on YouTube. And he said, when I get ready to do this, I want to call on you for your YouTube expertise. And I was like, yeah, buddy, you might not want to do that.
You know what else I like that he said too? Somebody left him a comment and you read it about, or maybe one of y'all just asked him if he'd ever thought about coaching.
Right.
And he kind of laughed and he said, man, coaching and playing two totally different things. And I wish more people would get that. Like, I know I've seen Tennessee fans talk a lot about like Peyton Manning coming back as some
Oh my
type of
God, that
coach.
drives me nuts.
Georgia fans do it all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
We need Hines Ward. Every time a receiver drops a pass, we need Hines Ward as a wide receiver coach. Why? Because he was a good wide receiver?
Yeah.
Like, what makes you think Hines Ward is a good wide receivers coach? Like, the idea that because someone played a position, makes them then a good. I mean, Nick Saban was a below average player at Kent State. How's that working out? I mean, he's the greatest coach ever. Like, one doesn't necessarily translate to the other, you know?
And Peyton Manning said over and over and over, he has zero desire to coach. He doesn't want to do that. He said there's no way he could do the recruiting.
Right.
I mean,
right. That's what sunk Steve Spurrier at the end. I make a lot of jokes about him having dementia and stuff like that. But he just got to the point where he was like, you know what, screw this. I'm not traveling for recruiting anymore. Yeah. So like his last 2 or 3 years at South Carolina, he would meet the players when they came to campus and stuff like that. But he was pretty much done with recruiting 2 or 3 years before he ever left South Carolina. And that's what really sunk that program so low.
Hard to blame him.
Huh?
I said it was hard to blame him for not wanting to do it anymore.
Yeah, he done been through it all already, so we didn't have nothing left to prove. What was he ever going to do there anyway? Nothing. Yeah.
I actually thought he might catch a SEC championship while he was there. I know didn't they make it there once to the title game? Got the hell beat out of Alabama, or was it Auburn?
They took the worst beating in SEC championship game history. Blown out by Auburn.
Auburn, yeah. Well, that's something they can hang a banner for.
Yeah, and they did. So,
yeah.
Man, BBD, it's all about small victories, life. You know what I mean? Small victories, and the taste of victory, BBD, is so sweet.
Yes, it is.
Even if it's a small victory. But BBD, I had the honor and privilege today of talking with the not so proud mother of a member of the Dirty Underwear Gang. And it could not have worked out any better for your boy, Uncle Lou.
I'm guessing that boy's underwear is not only dirty, but got handprints on it now.
Well, and here's why I say small victory. Does this mean the Dirty Underwear Gang is going to disappear overnight?
Oh,
no.
Of course not. Yeah.
But they're permanently down one member. I can guarantee you. Oh man, it was so great. I'll give more details maybe or something. But it was
you gotta show that. You gotta show what you showed me tonight.
Yeah. I'll have more details later. But man, it's a good feeling. So, but anyway, mainly I just wanted to congratulate you and Carter on that show. I know he's gone already, but that was a great show. Y'all did great. Travis was great. Like I said, you could tell he was used to sort of answering some of those questions and being on camera before. He looked very comfortable. He did good too. But man, that was.
I meant to ask him about the White House, man, and I never got to it. So I'll catch him next time on that one.
Yeah, that was great. All right, well, I'll let you go, buddy. Thanks for having me on for a few minutes, and I'll see you in the morning.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, buddy. Bye.
See you. Yeah, but don't miss the morning show tomorrow. It's hopefully he'll share what he's talking about with you guys in the morning. It's quite impressive and quite funny. I enjoyed reading what was the late Christmas present, early birthday present, whatever you want to call it. But if I was him, I'd be framing that shit. That's how happy I would be, given the shit that he's gone through with these kids. Hang on, before we close down, I want to show you guys something real quick. Where'd I? Damn it! There we go. Green screen. Add a new picture. Yeah, Travis got to go to the White House with Billy and all the other guys on the '98 national championship team, as all national champions get to do. But he's got a video. I meant to have him plug his channel. He's got a YouTube channel. It's really more like a family channel. He's got a ton of home videos on there, from wishing his mother happy birthday, which is a great video, actually, by the way. You wouldn't believe some of the people on that video wishing his mother a happy birthday. Let me see who that is. Make sure it ain't Travis saying, "Man, shut up. I don't want them to know about my YouTube channel." Nope. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, White House. Travis videos. I'm texting you, Flint. Where was I? Yeah, videos. I can put you a link to his channel in here. He's got some great videos. Very small subscriber base. I think it's even under 100. But he's got some great videos. One is when they went to the White House. I think I've watched that video like 5 times. It's not very long. But just seeing him on the bus with the players, it's great. It's stuff that we never, as college football fans, we never get to see stuff like that. And that's why I agree wholeheartedly with Lou on that, getting to talk to these guys, hearing stories. Here's a screenshot, if it'll take it, that I took today from, that's him at the White House. So pretty cool moment for old Travis, I'm sure. I'm 53 years old and I've never been to the White House before. I've never been to Washington. I've been close. I've driven by it by a few miles, but I've never actually got to go. That's a bucket list item for me. I'm not into history. I could care less. I'm not going to say that. I'm not a history buff by any means. There are some things I enjoy about history. So I think a trip, any American should want to go to Washington, D.C., I would think. There's just a handful of places, that as Americans we should all at least want to go see. Where's it at? I'm going to give you the link in case you're interested in going and checking that out. I learned some things tonight about Travis I didn't know. I mean, it's not like we're, hanging out buddies or anything like that. But you learn a lot more about a person talking to them than you do reading about them. And I thought he was very gracious tonight, answering everything that was thrown his way. And there's something I can't, I'm not even going to say it. I got a bone to pick with somebody else now that this is over. Here we go. There's a YouTube link. I know there's a damn YouTube link in the clipboard. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Yeah, there we go. That should be it. If, in case anyone's interested, there's the link. Appreciate it, Richard. Have a good one, bud. There's the link to his channel if y'all want to go check it out. Yeah, bones to pick, Pete. Everybody's got a bone to pick with somebody, don't they, buddy? So I appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. Enjoyed it. Probably, definitely my favorite stream yet. Hands down, not even close. And I might have to make an effort to try and get some other former players. It'd be nice, if I could find some players, see you, Bryant Denny, from other teams. That'd be fun. Yeah, we're gonna have to eliminate that fucker right there. There's a good little dose of fuck you. See you later, buddy. Enjoy making a new channel or a new name. Yep. All right. I don't know if I can handle him, Jeff. Now, wouldn't that be some shit, Slim? Catfish hasn't even been able to do that one yet. Appreciate the 4 birds there, Bryant Denny. Man can always use a few extra birds in these trying and quarantine times. You never know when you're going to run out of toilet paper and birds. Now I've got 4 extra to put somewhere. Well, thank you, Noel Nation. Enjoyed it. Thank you, Hoss. Thanks, everybody. Dog Pride, all you guys, BW, Jeff. But where'd Billy go? Did you run Billy off, Jeff? You're mean. I'm going to have to start putting you in the corner, Jeff. You getting there? There's Billy. Okay. You old men, quit fighting. What's that movie? What's the 2 old men? Grumpy old man. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I saw your breaking news. So you guys have a good one. You mad, Mr. You mad, bro? Have a good one, Goose. I know you're dying right now with nothing to stream, no NBA games to stream. We're all dying with you, man. I can't stand the NBA, but there's so much other shit we could be doing right now. But we're going to get through this together, talking and sharing stories and having fun. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. I'm going to see. I couldn't get the damn StreamYard started. Let's see if I can get it ended. Y'all have a good one. Go Vols, and damn it, screw y'alls.